Alrighty. This is the first a JamStation demo, um, and we're basically going to be going over the product design as it is so far. We've been working on this for a couple years, so I'm actually looking forward to going through this. So, um, what you're seeing right now on the screen is the basically the front end of what would be streamed if you were a JamStation host. The goal here is to actually teach people how to use OBS while you're using it. So we're not always creating training videos. Um, and basically, this is what we would use in times of just playing music, because the idea of a jam station is pretty much creating a modern day radio station in your home. Now, of course, copyright issues come with that, and you have to be careful with that. But we do feel like if we can get something started, then we can actually start approaching the copyright issue with a financial backing. Right now, we cannot do that. So the the way that we combated that so far is we are just playing copyright free music, specifically the artist Flowbots, and we're picking our favorite albums to play. And we pretty much just play that over and over again, just like a radio station would with top hits. So, with all that being said, that is for the Jam Station host. So, I have a profile called JSH underscore Irish 613. That stands for Jam Station host, Irish 613. And we are currently recruiting for becoming a Jam Station host on any game, really. Irish is specifically focusing on Halo, as he feels it is kid friendly, as well as the community is actually pretty good. He hasn't ran into too many jerks. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into what is a jam station and what is the product that we're building. Again, this is the front end that people would experience when we're streaming, but what are we actually going to be doing, or how can we actually build that jam station for us to use? So I'm going to go ahead and share this screen here. Then let me pull up the video that he tried to create, specifically Gnarls. Okay, here we go. So this is Gnarls at work. He tends to work at night, does some crazy shit. He completely ruined the lab that we were building this in. It is just a home office, to be honest with you, but we call it the lab because it's constantly in fucking shambles. Because this guy can't just commit to anything. So, so let's just dive into this video. I'll break down what he's doing, and what we're doing is we're focusing on getting audio and video of a gaming computer that we've codenamed JamStation into our streaming computer, as that is the recommended setup usually for streamers, is they have a 2 PC setup. So how do we go about doing that? So initially, this is him just bumbling around trying to find his fucking headlamp because he just hates headlamps. So, I mean, sorry, he hates flashlights. So he finally found it. Took him long enough. Here he is. He's working. This item right here is called a Tascam Model 12. This is a mixer audio interface that allows basically for OBS to work that allows a mixer to work with OBS directly. So there's not a lot of moving parts. And we can dive into the details more later on that. So let me find my mouse again. There it is. Okay. Let's go ahead and play this. So here he is setting it up on the right side. You'll notice this furniture here, right here. So we made that. Just kidding. We didn't. We bought off a lady in Libertyville. But it's basically a 2-piece set that allows for the jam station to extend to about maybe 4 feet. And you'll see here he made a pretty good discovery actually while he recorded this video, even though he did it incorrectly. So let me go ahead and play this through. So here he's grabbing the mic cable that we'll need to connect to the game station. And then there he is connecting it to the the Tascam Model 12. I'm going to go back actually here where he displays that hook. And I think it's going to be a pretty key feature in keeping the wire organized for this JamStation. So right here. So, god damn it. Hang on. Okay. So right here, this hook is found on the back of this LG Ultra 32-inch gaming PC monitor, and this is actually one of the reasons we grabbed this monitor is because this hook will allow us to run a lot of cables from all the different devices that we will have to use. So hopefully at a later date we'll talk about how we organize those wires and why we did it the way we did it. But for now, he is basically looping this 3.5 millimeter a 3.5 millimeter stereo to a 1/4 inch mono. And what that's doing is it's actually converting the signal so that it's more friendly with a mic input, because most mic inputs are mono inputs. And what that means is that there's no left or right. It just means that it's a single right in the center input, volume input. So here he's actually pretty pumped. He's excited to figure out that he can actually extend this wood furniture that we got and use the space more appropriately for everything. So hopefully this will actually be the last time we move this shit around, because it's only been, I mean, we've done this probably 100 times. So let's keep playing it. So he's solving things. He's pretty pumped about it, looks like. Yeah, he's definitely pumped about it if he's itching his head. So here he is picking up 2 different pieces of hardware that will allow us to get the volume from our video games, specifically any volume from our computer, our gaming computer, into the Tascam 12, aka the JamStation. This piece of equipment he's showing here is what's called a ground loop isolator. When you deal with electronics, specifically a computer with a GPU, aka graphics card in it, you can get a lot of electronic interference because there's a lot of grounding loops going on in a computer. And not just in the computer, but also in your house's electrical. And that's actually where the problem usually is. It's not your computer, it's usually the house's electrical. And this will completely eliminate any of that humming or weird AOL dial-up type sounds that you can get through a headphone coming out of the Tascam Model 12. So there he is. He was kind of showing, he's showing the differences there. You can see here, this is the 3.5 millimeter female side, and this is the side that will actually go into the computer, the 3.5 millimeter male. And that's, of course, in stereo, so that we get left and right, so that our sounds from our games, you know, can help us locate the enemies or whatever you want to say. Also maintains, oh yeah, here, this is a better picture of it. Okay, so this next piece that he's showing here, this is a 3.5 millimeter stereo in, so that will be plugged directly into here. And then that other 3.5 millimeter that's connected to this ground loop isolator will be into the computer. This is your left and right. The red is right, the white is left. This will actually get plugged into our mixer so that we can start hearing the audio into the mixer, or directly into the mixer, so there's no latency issues from computer to computer, which we ran into before. So let's keep playing it. So here he's showing where it would be plugged into. On the Tascam Model 12, there are 2 channels that have stereo inputs. The 9 and 10 will actually be used for the streaming computer's volume, and the 7 and 8 that you see there that he's pointing at, that will actually be used for our gaming computer, aka the game station. So let's keep playing this. So here he is kind of just showing it off, showing what he's going to do. There's red is right, of course, white is left, so he's just plugging into those accordingly. Plug those guys in. And here he's showing that 3.5 millimeter from the ground loop. He's going to plug that directly into the computer. So here you can see, let's see if we get a better image here. Okay, this one's pretty good. So here you can see the green here is for our stereo volume coming out of the out of your gaming computer. This red one is actually our mic input. So again, this will allow us to use game chat seamlessly with the current mic that I'm using right here. Okay. Now the cool thing about that, let me just pause there actually. If you notice, if I turn off this, you'll see that every time I talk, it's going up and down. The audio mixer on the front end here, aka an OBS, is going up and down. And that is because the way it's set up is the mic is going into the Tascam 12, and then it's going into our JamStation as well. So what we're really doing is duplicating our voices. One is getting sent to the JamStation, and one is getting sent to our streaming station, or what we've codenamed the C2 station, content creation station, which is what is recording this video right now. And we're specifically using a Dell Optiplex 7080, which is just a little business work computer you can buy off Amazon for like $200 to $300, depending on how good you want it to be. So let's just keep rolling here. So here he is showing you where to plug it in. And here he pretty much just fucked up the camera, and all this is kind of useless at this point because it's upside down. So, and out of frame. And that's why we have him do this stuff, and that's why I'm doing the recordings, is because he sucks at, using videos basically. Oh, I didn't even show that to you. So here, I'll show you so that you can see that he set up the camera upside down for the last bit of this video. Let me fast forward so you can see it happen, because he's a fool and I want him to be seen as a fool. There. Alright, so let's see if he does it on purpose. Nope, he didn't. He's just dumb. Okay, so anyways, that is the JamStation. And the reason we called it a JamStation so far is, honestly, we started with the Tascam Model 12 and it grew from there. So we feel like the JamStation, the Tascam 12, is the brains of the operation, and everything else is getting fed into it, which is a different philosophy than you would usually see online. So I want to keep this video short, so I'm going to cut it off here. If you have any questions, let me know. We do have a Discord up, and that would be the best place to contact me. And again, this is I am JSH Irish 613, and this is my spiel on the JamStation and what I think it can do, and what type of product it is, and how it can help tons of people just do the things they love doing. So for me, it's playing video games, playing guitar, listening to music, and sharing it with anyone who's willing to listen. So yeah, hang tough, and we'll talk to y'all later. Have a good one.